Hey there, comic book fans. I am back from the comic shop again this day. 4 new comics this week. I also got some new comic bags since I was running a little low again, so time to pick some of those up. I always pick them up on a light week. And being that 4 comics, actually 2 comics from my pull list, a True Believers and a first issue I picked up. First, we'll go through some of the freebies. It's the comic shop news. This one feels extra thick. What's in here? I don't know. Lots of Marvel ads. Oh, look at that. Carnage number 4 poster. Marvel. I guess this is the week of Marvel ads in comic shop news. Face the future. Fear the future. Oh, I think I got some more free stuff with that. Let's see. I got a little House of X poster. House of X, Powers of X, FAQ, of frequently asked questions. I like it when they explain what their comics are. Gives me an idea, because usually I have no idea. What's this? Powers of X, number 1. Fear the future. I just love picking up these freebies for no reason. Powers, another fact. What is House of X and Powers of X? I guess it's got the same fact on both of them. We got those. What else did we get? Is this a House of X 5x7 postcard? Oh, I guess you can have a launch party. I'm guessing that's where the day and date of the comic shop is supposed to have the launch party address there, but superstar writers Jonathan Hickman redefines the X-Men and lays the foundation for their future. I love the freebies, even though I have zero interest in the X-Men. That's just the way I am. Everything I know about the X-Men I learned from their advertising. And the nursing home bookmark. L&J Publishing. I can always use a bookmark. I stick them in random books. Put that over there. And what is this? Young Guns, The Next Generation of Elite Artists 2019 Sketchbook. Who do we got? Aaron Cooter, Russell Dauterman, Marco Cicchetto, Javier Garon, Mike Del Mundo. I've heard of a couple of those. I'm really not familiar with their work, but now I can read a little bit about it and see some of their work. Will it get me to buy a Marvel comic? Probably not, but it's always fun to look through. All right, now let's get with the comics. The 1 True Believers I got this week was Carnage. What is this? Amazing Spider-Man 361. I think it's the first appearance of Carnage. Is this an Eric Larson issue? Mark Bagley issue. I was not a fan of all the 90s Spider-Man artists, but I'll read this one. I as much as I like Eric Larson's Savage Dragon now, I didn't like his Spider-Man. I never liked Mark Bagley's Spider-Man. Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man, I could take or leave it. Most of the time I left it. It's all nostalgic now, but like I said, we'll see how this is. This was most of this week's stuff, I think, in this month's and is Venom and Carnage stuff, which I'm just like, they had another Carnage book that was from like 10 years ago with. I'd much rather read 90s art than a lot of the art from 10 years ago, so I got this one. And of course, we get Criminal number 6. This is what's the name of the story? The Long Weekend, or is that the other one? This is like a Cruel Summer. That's the name of it. Part 2. And I think last month's was a cop, and this month we're back to Teague. I know it wasn't a cop. It was a crazy guy. I don't know. But he's going through different. We're getting a different person each month, all in one big story, and then I think it's going to wrap up somehow. But I always enjoy Criminal. It'll be good. Let's see, what else did I get? Gargor, right? Number 3. I just reread 2 a couple days ago. It's like I said, it's my habit to. I I read a comic once, usually within the first week, and then I leave it sitting around for another couple weeks, and I read it a second time before I file it away on the shelves back there. And yeah, this one's fun. I was just reading it. It's pronounced Gogor. So he's like, some people say Gogor, but I pronounce it Gogor. So it's the first three letters go together, and then the last two, Gog, or. Not the first two, Go, and then the last three, Gore. So it's excellent. I like, who does this? Keith Garing. He's a really good storyteller. This one's a fantasy story. He says he wants to get 2 story arcs out of it. If he can, he wants it to go to, if he can get it to issue 10, he'll be really happy. So I think it's open-ended. If it sells, if it doesn't sell that well, it'll last just a couple of 6 to 10 issues. So we'll see. But I really enjoyed the first 2 issues. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like the second one. I like that cover there. That's the cover for next issue. Issue 4 on sale August 14th. And then I picked up Reaver. Just picked this up off the stands because I think I read the there was somewhere it was just in some issue had a little 4-page preview that I thought was pretty cool. Matter of fact, it was these pages right here, I think. And it Hell's Half Dozen, I think the ad said for it, but I kind of like the fighting stuff in the 4 pages, which didn't seem to have much to do, or I guess it was a map, didn't seem to have much to do with what the concept art ad was for. But we'll give it a read. It was funny because I was looking at what else came out this week, the facsimile edition for X-Men #1, which looked pretty good. And I kind of wanted to get one, but maybe another time. Because I like the fresh new printings on the bright paper of the old comics. I really do. That's why I like the True Believers. I don't need it to be on the old reprint. I'm done with old yellowing reprint. Because to me, all these comics I bought over the years were on fresh, bright paper. So when I see an old yellow reprint, I'm like, yeah, that's not what it looked like to me when I bought it in 1980. So I like the fresh. So I was looking at the X-Men one. I really liked it, but I was kind of like, for $4, I'd rather get a new #1. That's all that was. It was like if I have a choice. That's why I love these True Believers because they're only $1. That's an impulse purchase. I can get it, but if I want to spend $4 on a reprint, sometimes I'm like, $4 for a reprint I've already read and probably have a copy of in some form around here somewhere. I think I'd rather get a new comic, and I think this one's the hot comic of the week. I saw, who was it? Don the Comic Book Junkie picked up 3 copies of it. He said it was the hot comic of the week. He found it in one. They had 5 or 6 copies in my store, so I don't know how hot it was around here. But I figured I'd give Reavers a read. Not bad. Now let me show you. This is the latest thing. The latest cover of this one is just the cover. This is one of mine. I have the issue. I was going to do an edition of 20, but I've only done an issue of 1 so far, and you can find it on eBay. I'm selling them once again, just like my Spider-Man covers. We have Spider-Man. Just like these, I'm selling them for $25 shipped on eBay. My own custom covers. And this is I took Avengers #4 and made a zombie Captain America out of it. Brains! And on the back we have the grayscale, and then inside we have this is the black plate. That's the grayscale, and this is the pencils of it originally. I didn't even pencil them as a zombie originally. But I'm putting these around. A friend of mine gave me a bunch of random comics, old Marvels from last year, and I decided to recover them with this. So it's like a random issue of Captain America. I put this on. I'm going to put it on some whatever issues I can get. So each one's actually going to be its own. It'll be an edition of 20, but each one will be on a different comic. So each one is really an edition of 1 in a way. But these are all ones that were imperfect. This is all me getting the process right, to getting it to print right, and get I tried a blue background there, which wasn't in the original, but I wanted to try it. The original has no blue background. It's got a white background on the Real Avengers 4. So I was trying different things. There you go. I was trying different. I ended up signing it with a charcoal pencil. That kind of worked best. So I think this one also had. Look at this. This is another imperfect one. But if you look at brains, there's 2 word balloons there, or two balloons there, pointy balloons that aren't supposed to be. What are those called? Exclamation balloons that aren't supposed to be there. That I went, whoops! I see that one back. I actually got 2 in them too. So it takes a while to get one of these done, but and the photo in the background. I'm working on a photo for my friend's wedding, but you're probably not interested in that. Of my friend's wedding for my friend. Sort of what I do with photos. I put them all together into one big photo, one big story. But if you want a copy of this, just around a comic, not just by itself, let me know. Like I said, you can go to, I'll leave a link down for my eBay. You can see it there too. And you guys all have a good week out there.